Welcome. Child's Play 3 was released in 1991 and was directed by Jack Bender. It stars Brad Dourif and Justin Whalen, and it is about Chucky still trying to kill Andy, but this time it's located at a military academy. So Child's Play 3, this is the one that I probably like the least out of all of them. And that's because it's not very funny, the acting isn't the best. They replaced Alex Vincent as Andy with Justin Whalen. I mean, who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
So going into this movie, there's not a lot of fun to be had, and it is very, very boring, and is a pretty tedious watch. It got, I don't want to say it got hard to watch it, but it was just so boring, and not having Alex Vincent as Andy was just so upsetting. I mean, Justin Whalen is fine, but it's not the Andy that we know and love. So going straight into it, of course one of the pros is always going to be Brad Dourif as Chucky. He is so great. I mean, when he's able to have his little quips and have funny moments, he does very good. But unfortunately this movie doesn't have a lot, and it's really cheesy, and they try to go for a little bit more horror-esque than a little bit of comedy to be had throughout, which is kind of unfortunate. Another pro, I guess, could be the filming of it. I mean, the cinematography is fine. The blood and gore effects are over the top, but I don't mind them. Some of the acting is very over the top, but I don't mostly mind it. It's just, going straight to cons, I mean, it's just such a boring movie. It's not, I mean, we watch the Child's Play movies to have fun and to laugh and, you know, be like, oh, like that was a cool little jump. This one, you really get none of that. The characters, I mean, Andy's just not interesting in this movie, which is a huge issue. And I mean, of course there are other characters that are fine, like De Silva. I like her in this movie, but just overall, it's just not a good movie. If I were to give a definitive list of things that are bad with this movie, it would definitely be writing. It's very bad. Some things, it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. They're at a military academy. How do people in the military not check their guns at one part to see if they have actual live bullets or paintball pellets and stuff like that? I don't get that. I don't understand that. After writing, acting is pretty bad, except for Brad Dourif, and De Silva is fine. Just very cheesy performances by basically everyone. You hate basically every character. De Silva, like I said, she's fine. She's probably the best part about this movie. Besides, of course, Brad Dourif as Chucky. Brad Dourif is just absolutely fantastic as Chucky. Love him. But, yeah, performances aren't that good. You don't really like any of the characters, so you don't really care if they die or if they make a sacrifice. You're like, oh, okay. And the scariness of it, it's not scary. At least in the other movies, you can be like, ooh, that was a fun little jump, or ooh, I really like the blood and gore effects. This one, no. There's one part at the end that's kind of cool. And I guess I'll say this as a pro, the final set is very cool, but I just often wonder why. With the final set, just why was this made? How was this made? You're at a carnival and you have this huge roller coaster at it. I don't get that. But yeah, there's just not a lot of fun to be had with this movie. You have stupid characters, stupid decisions, not the best acting, the writing is not good at all, but the one thing you could always look forward to is Brad Dourif as Chucky. So overall, I'd give this movie a 4 out of 10. And this is probably the one that I would recommend the least out of the series. But if you want to watch the whole series, then I do recommend it. It is important. It takes place 8 years after the events of Child's Play 2. And my next review, which is going to be Bride of Chucky, it takes place 1 month before the events of that movie. So there's your little Chucky timeline. So thank you everyone for watching this review, and be on the lookout for, like I said, Bride of Chucky. It's going to be the next review on the channel. I really like that movie, so be on the lookout for that. But let's flash forward to the next review.